Watch the process of making Longquan celadone in China. Finally understood. Celadone. Why is it called the fifth greatest invention of China? A simple porcelain. It has been imitated hundreds of times by foreign scholars. None of them have been made. This process is no less difficult than making chips. This is Longquan, the largest porcelain production base. The first step in making porcelain. First, put the clay in the groove. Then use the impact hammer to repeatedly beat the soil. This will make the soil softer. Then, take out another ton of purple gold soil worth 5,000 yuan. This soil is rich in iron. During firing, can make the tire body appear gray and black. Then, the purified water. Pour into blender. At this time, 2 workers also pushed a cart of clay over. Open the dump bucket and pour down. Pour it all in. The clay will be fully mixed with water in the mixer. Then the workers open the sewage outlet. The water will flow layer by layer, flowing into the purification pool. In the pool, it needs to be precipitated. Separation of larger inorganic particles. For sewage, there is a pump separation system in front of us. Make a conversion, producing clean water. After high-frequency concentration and dehydration of impurities, it will become a dehydrated pancake. This is all the raw material used. Workers have to feed the mud skin before it dries. Put the raw materials into the crusher quickly. Squeeze and crush the soil layer by layer. Thus, a complete celadone raw material is obtained. After segmentation, these mud skins will have to undergo a long period of storage. The workers here are also not idle at all. Throw the pancakes into the blender. After fusion, you will get a batch of extremely pure mud. Fill each mold. Let the cavity be filled with mud. Then lay it flat to allow excess mud to flow out from the injection hole. This session usually lasts more than 10 minutes. Representative layer mud stability. Then turn the mold upside down. Let all excess materials drain out. At this time, you will get one celadone clay skin after another. Workers hold clay skins in their hands and prepare to put them on the shelves. Use fan power to dry surfaces faster. Simple mold structure, only hollow appearance. The mold is different. The porcelain produced will also be different. But the overall process is roughly similar. Next, we will start to process the details of the porcelain. For example, the convex points on the bottle in the picture. Workers will use water to wet. Then press reset. Just a moment. A new porcelain was born. Then take out a piece of raw material of equal weight. Place in a round mold and process the entire cliff. At this time, you will get a disc with a smooth inner wall. This batch. But it doesn't seem easy to remove the mold. First place the plate on the mold. Then turn it upside down and tap it hard. You will get a mud ladder. Next, we will debug the mud in the tank. Mud. It can act as an adhesive on the surface of the mud skin. Workers put flower-shaped mud skin on the surface. Press with both hands. Then smooth the edges. After bonding, you can put it aside to dry slowly. After a long drying time, now proceed to the next step. The master cuts slowly from bottom to top with a scraper in his hand. Then use a brush dipped in clean water. Keep wiping inside and outside the magnetic cleaning mud skin. Only in this way can the mud skin be more solid. As drying ends. Next, we enter the firing phase. The workers first placed a clay skin on the iron frame. Among them are some famous Chinese old wines. Workers slowly push carts of raw materials to the front of the kiln. The cart is driven by a chain to automatically bake. The temperature in the kiln is 800 degrees. Generally, it can be fired into shape in about 3 to 6 hours. Next, go to the next step on the right. This is made of quartz and limestone and other soil materials. The material worker first presses the porcelain bowl to absorb it. Then put it in the right tank and wait for a while. You can take it out and wipe the bottom lightly. Next, the fired porcelain is glazed. Compared with the previous one, this porcelain is slightly more complicated. The inner wall of the porcelain also needs to add the right layer. Then continue to move rightwards to the upper half of this period. Place on the shelf to dry slowly. Start decaling on porcelain. This is a method used to increase decorative materials with porcelain aesthetics. First place the sticker on the surface. Then move slowly to reach the best point. And constantly adjust it by the handle. Avoid slight deviations between the two parts as much as possible. After burning, the text will remain clearly visible on the bottle. Compared with hand-painted flowers, the decal process is more efficient. Also suitable for enterprise mass production. Once all the ingredients are ready, entering the final firing step. Compared with the previous kiln, this kiln has a longer firing time, higher yield. It usually takes more than 8 hours to burn. The temperature inside the kiln can reach amazing 1000 degrees of human. Next, let's see the finished product. Regardless of color or yield, they seem to have a huge advantage. Worthy of being called the Holy Land of celadone production, this finished product is really eye-catching. What do you think of these Longquan celadones? And Jingdezhen white porcelain? Which one is better?